us now is Bobby Santoro from Jersey Sporting News. As always, he's here to talk about high school sports. How are you, Bobby?
Doing great, doing great. It's been a great weekend for hockey and a great week for basketball as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. So, a lot of hockey tournaments in terms of high school, they ended last week. One of which was for the Halverson Cup. KJS United beat Mendham 5-2 in the final round. Were there any surprises there, or was this to be expected?
It was to be a little bit expected. KJS United is definitely one of the teams that could make a run for a state championship. Mendham actually put a lot of pressure on them right off the bat, putting a few pucks on the net there. But it was too strong for KJS United. KJS United was too strong for them, I should say, actually. But they're definitely a team that can run with teams like Randolph, and everyone like that in the state tournaments. So essentially, it's something that they'll take and run with. But now their sights are obviously set moving forward to the state tournament instead of the Halverson Cup now that they've won it.
And Roxbury has always been known as a great athletic school, but that said, it came to many as a surprise when they beat Montville in the Hockey State preliminary round. What went wrong for Montville?
Well, it was more of Roxbury actually, being able to, find the net. Roxbury, there was his name is Michael Nelson. He's a great player for them. He actually scored two goals, including the one that put them ahead. And he's able to do, a lot of different things with the puck. He's able to feed his opponents. The goalie for Roxbury as well has been someone who has been up and down all year, and he had a great game after a little bit of a rocky start. He was able to go ahead and step up. So it all comes down to no matter what seed you are in this tournament, it's a matter of how the coaching is. And John Bembo is the coach for them. I happen to know, and he's actually someone who really pushes his team hard, and he's the person who I know can lead this team, maybe even to another upset in the first round. So they're definitely a team that can, when they're on the top of their game, play with a lot of teams in this state.
And switching over to the other big winter sport, basketball, give me your thoughts on Vernon beating Hunterdon Central to take the HWS Boys Basketball County title.
Absolutely, that game was insane. It was something that Vernon, I believe, was down by 8 points at one point. They have a guard, Alex Fessel, who went. I believe he hit four threes in a row at one point to put them back into the lead. He absolutely took over for them. It was a low scoring first half, but Vernon essentially was able to claw back. They were down. It came to defense. They started to stop Hunterdon Central on the defensive end, and when Fessel started to get going, it was too much for Hunterdon Central. So it was a great story by Vernon, able to upset the one seed a week ago, or 2 weeks ago now, I should say, on a last second tip in. So now it's a great story for them for the county tournaments. We'll see what they can do in the states, but they're a fun team to watch.
And lastly, I want to talk pro sports very quickly. The Devils beat the Flyers 6-3 at MetLife Stadium this past weekend. But more importantly, you were there. What was the experience like going behind the scenes at the NHL Stadium Series?
It was incredible. Just to be able to, talk to some of the players. I was able to talk with Timo Meyer after the game. He was saying how great of an experience it was. Seeing them dress up as the Sopranos was something that was incredible. Uh, but it was unbelievable. The atmosphere was that of easily a playoff game. No one can say that there are no New Jersey Devils fans. It was packed with Devils fans. Sure, there were some Flyer fans as well, but it was an incredible atmosphere. It had that of a huge game, and probably one of the bigger wins of the season for the Devils to make up ground in the standings.
Bobby Santoro of Jersey Sporting News. I know it was a crazy weekend, so an extra special thanks for taking the time this morning.
No problem. Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Head over to ONNJ.com for the latest news and sports anytime.